Switzerland, the name itself brings up so many images of snow-clad mountains that you want to be right there and enjoy the view, enjoy the snow all the time. Today, we have something very special in Travel Explore Celebrate Life. As usual, I'm Sunila. Today, Neil is not with me, but we do have a very special guest, and I think all of you are really going to enjoy this. So, listeners, if you're listening to the podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcast or something else, do tune in to the YouTube one because this is a really special podcast. And I'm very, very, very thankful to Remo Käser, who's agreed to do this with me. Remo is the director of sales of Jungfraujoch, the famous mountain that I think everyone dreams to visit at least once in their lifetime. I was very lucky to be there with Remo in March this year, just a few months back, and we had a really wonderful time. There's something new that has been happening at Jungfraujoch over the last 2 years, and it's all open for all the Indians right now, and as it is for every other guest. But first, let us welcome Remo, a very enthusiastic person, and especially very enthusiastic about the India market. So, welcome, Remo.
Hi, Sunila. Thank you so much for the nice introduction and a warm welcome all the way to India here from Grindelwald, from the new terminal right in the center of Grindelwald. Yes, Sunila, it was a pleasure to have you here. And as you were here, I hope many, many other guests will come to visit our top of Europe, the snow-capped mountains and the highest railway station in Europe.
Before we go ahead, Remo, I want to stop you right there and ask you that why is Jungfraujoch known as the top of Europe?
Yeah, well, the top of Europe, it's called because it's the highest railway station in Europe on 3,454 meters above sea level. You can still reach that level by train, which is amazing and which is unique in the whole of Europe.
It's really amazing because it's such an accessible mountain. I mean, you to think of it, I did climb up Mount Kilimanjaro, Remo, and believe me, it took me like 7 days to go up there. But Jungfraujoch at more than 11,333 feet, and you can be up there within minutes, within hours, thanks to the railway station. But Remo, tell me, something new and exciting has been happening at Jungfrau over the last 2 years, and I did have a chance to see it. So tell us what's new. And you are at Grindelwald Terminal, which is in itself a new terminal, a new station. So can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, that's correct, Sunila. And indeed, you don't need 7 days to climb Mount Jungfrau, the top of Europe. You can do it now in 45 minutes only, wow, since we have this new Eiger Express cable car since a bit more than 1 year. So it's even easier now to reach the top in only 45 minutes. And yes, indeed, we have a new cable car, the Eiger Express, and you go all the way to Eiger Glacier. So you're even quicker than before. You skip Kleine Scheideck, and from there you change to the train to reach the top of Europe in just below 1 hour. So that's an amazing new investment we made. And just behind me, you can see the tracks here. That's the new Grindelwald Terminal railway station. And from here, you can come from Interlaken or Grindelwald to this new terminal.
That's perfect, Remo. In fact, just for our viewers and our listeners, earlier we used to go to Jungfraujoch. It was, of course, a part of our tours, our FIT programs at Veena World, and also for many other people who wanted to visit Europe, wanted to visit Switzerland and go to the top of Europe. And we would take what is known as a cogwheel train, which is still, of course, it is in operation. So you had the only option to go up was the cogwheel train. That was exciting too. And then you would change the train, start the train, change the train at Kleiner Schadek, and then reach the top of Europe. But they've just made it so much easier for us. We can now go by a cable car, and Grindelwald, everything is brand new. So everyone who's going to Switzerland now is experiencing something that is brand new. And I want to add that even if you've been to Switzerland a few years back and to Jungfrau, I think it's time to visit it again because it's completely different, completely new, and the journey is just amazing. So Remo, what say, let's get on to that cable car, or maybe before that, we could go and have a look at the new terminal station.
Yes, Sunila, you're right. We just have a look at it because that's easier than to describe by words. So everything is brand new, and I will now bring you to the journey through the terminal. We will reach the Eiger Express cable car. And yes, indeed, it is an extra added value for travelers coming back who have been here before And now you can experience Jungfrau by cable car as well. But as you said, still you will catch a cogwheel train to reach the top of Europe. So now we're entering the terminal, and look at that. It looks like an airport terminal.
Yes.
We have conveyor belts. We make it easy for you. And you see how clean, how fresh everything is here at the new Grindelwald Terminal.
I just wanted to say, Remo, that even when I visited, I was simply blown away by the kind of, facilities that are available here. Like for people who have mobility issues and can't walk, you have the conveyor belts, so you don't even have to really walk that much, of course. And look at that view; it's just amazing. And the minute you come to the terminal station, you can see that. If I'm not wrong, Remo, that should be the coach parking, right?
Actually, yes, that's the drop-off zone for the coaches below us. In the back, you can see the new terminal, and then the Mount Eiger, the famous Eiger North Face here right in front of us. So that's what you see when you enter the Grindelwald Terminal. That's actually the view through the window. Isn't it amazing?
Very beautiful. That's great, Remo. I can see that you've reached Grindelwald Terminal. So tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, I'm now here at the Grindelwald Terminal, Sunil, and you can see it's like a small airport. Actually, we have the check-in counters here where you can buy your tickets. And then if you turn to the left, you can see shopping possibilities like the duty-free shops. We have our own top of Europe shop here, as you can see.
Remo, if I've forgotten my gloves, I can go there and buy some gloves or sunglasses, right?
Correct. You can buy sunglasses, you can buy your gloves, you can buy even a jacket or a backpack. Everything is there. And you know what, Sunila? We even have a supermarket in here.
Oh, wow.
There you can buy chocolate. There's a Coop supermarket. So even buy chocolate or any drinks, everything is available here at the Grindelwald Terminal.
Perfect.
ATM and also ticket machines, of course. But the most important, obviously, at the terminal, of course, we also have a bistro, we have a nice view there, we have a sports store, and obviously is the Eiger Express. This is our new cable car, bringing the guests up to the Jungfraujoch in only 45 minutes. So here you can see we are now at the Grindelwald Terminal, and in only 15 minutes, you can reach now Eiger Glacier Station.
And that's where we changed to take the cogwheel train to go up, right? So this way, you actually get a mix of both, the cable car and the cogwheel.
That's correct. At Eiger Glacier, you change to the cogwheel railway, which takes you another 26 minutes, one stop at Eismeer Station, and then you reach the Jungfraujoch, top of Europe.
Wow,
so
Remo,
yes, you can now combine the two.
That's perfect. Remo, we are so excited. I'm just wondering, is it possible for us to get onto the cable car now? Like, are you going to take us on a tour of the car as well, or?
Yes, of course. I'm glad to bring you now on this journey to the Eiger Express cable car. So here above us, you can see Jungfraujoch, Eiger Glacier. So this is where we want to go. I just grabbed my ticket here, and I'm almost ready. Sure. And you can see we have gates here. It's very smooth and easy to open the gate. You just, and then it turns green. And here we go. We are ready already to board the new Eiger Express cable car, which is an amazing experience as well.
This is amazing. And it really, I just want to tell the viewers that, yes, I was there in March. I experienced the cable car. It is so smooth. I couldn't believe it. Like it doesn't wobble. It doesn't move at all. And it's amazing to just see the entire design. But of course, I'll let Remo speak more about it. And, viewers, I promised you today we are doing something different. So we are actually just virtually going to be on the cable car with Remo. We'll just let him board it, and then we'll continue speaking. But yes, as you can see, such a beauty. I mean, this is the wonderful cable car. Remo, remind me, how many people can it accommodate at one go?
Yes, each gondola has 26 seats. So we have enough space for all of you. And every 40 seconds, we have a gondola arriving here. So we have plenty of space for all our guests here at the new Eiger Express. That's brand new. You will now see, I will board the next cable car. I'm ready to go. And that's really amazing. And the first thing you can ever experience, you can see the seats here. It's an amazing experience to have seats inside the cable car, and everybody can have a seat here inside the cable car.
Would you say, Remo, that with the Eiger Express, it's one of the smoothest cable car rides that you could experience, not only in Switzerland, but probably anywhere in the world? That would be right, I guess.
Yes, Sunila, you're right. This is the most modern cable car in the world. You can see, you can access it here without a step. Door is now closing. Very, very smooth, very easy, no rush. And it's the most modern cable car in the world. I can give you some more details in a minute when we just took off. We're about to take off now.
Sure.
So now smoothly we will increase the speed. We are now attached to the rope, and very, very smoothly we are leaving the cable car station of Grindelwald Terminal. And behind me, you can see now the big building.
So viewers, just in March, where you see the green patch, that is exactly where we had the Snowpen Air open air concert, which was held in snow, and this entire place was covered with snow. So, you know, within, like, we can see the seasons are changing, and I can experience it myself because I've seen it in March. There was snow everywhere. There was music. It was just amazing. So those of you who love music concerts, do catch the Snowpen Air Concert when you are, and if you are at the Jungfrau in say around March next year. But for now, let's get back to the view because this is simply stunning. And I think as we go up, we can see the Eiger Mountain. It's so beautiful. This is Switzerland for you, everybody.
Yes, I would love that you could be here, that you could experience that. It just feels great, you know, flying above the houses, flying above the cows. I can see the green meadows below me, and it's just an amazing experience.
You know, Remo, we've been so enamored by Switzerland because in so many movies and so many Bollywood movies, we've always seen, you know, Switzerland and Jungfraujoch too. Like there were many movies that were shot at the Jungfraujoch as well. And I think it just builds up this dream that we all want to visit there. So yes, as you can see, the view is just amazing.
Yes, exactly. And we are also very proud that so many guests from all over the world visit our place, the top of Europe, and also experience now the new cable car, correct? A little bit of features of the cable car, because this is very interesting. Mm-hmm. So I'm now standing, but obviously we have 26 seats. And then we have 2 screens inside the cable car.
Wow.
This is the first cable car who has screens. We have the sound system, so you can hear sound. For the winter time, we have even window warming, so you always get a good view. And for the winter time, we have even seat heating. Could you imagine that? So you always feel warm. And we have free Wi-Fi inside the cable car, so everything is ready for you.
That's a new one, Remo, free Wi-Fi inside the cable car. And I think, you know, that's just making life so easy for everybody, right? I mean, you don't miss on anything. You can share the view with your family, friends. We are talking now also. So everybody, this is just amazing. This is the new Eiger Express of the Jungfrau Mountain, which you can see now. Remo, I remember there was a VIP gondola as well, a VIP cable car as well. Tell us a little bit about that as well.
Yes, so we have in total 44 cabins. Mm-hmm. We have 44 normal cabins, and we have one very special cabin, which is a VIP cabin with 8 seats. So if you have a special request, let us know, and we might help you to arrange the VIP gondola.
Wow. So, and I just want to add to what Remo's been saying. I did have a chance to try that out as well. I know, lucky me. But, you know, there are these beautiful 8 seats and the seats rotate. I was so fascinated by that because you never miss the view. You can sit inside, you're in your nice leather seat, and then you can rotate your seat so that you never miss this view. And look at the view. Why would you want to miss anything like that? So I think, Remo, when they say that the journey is as beautiful as the destination or more important, I think this also holds true, because it really is a treat to go up in the cable car. But of course, there are more exciting experiences waiting on the top of Jungfrau as well. Remo, do you want to speak a little bit about what to expect when we reach the Jungfrau?
Yes, of course. Pleasure to give you some more information. So once we reach Eiger Glacier, in only 15 minutes, we change to the train. And then by train, we reach the top of Europe. And on the top of Europe, we have so many things to experience, which are actually included, such as the Ice Palace, like we have the Snow Plateau. You can go to the Addict exit, where we have the Snow Fun Park. So you can play in the snow even during summertime, which is an amazing experience. The Ice Palace I mentioned. Then we have several restaurants. And of course, we do have the Alpine Sensation, which is in a mountain experience inside the mountain. So even if it's snowing on a day, you still experience a lot on the top.
Yeah, and everyone, when you go there, remember it is the highest railway station, and you also have a post office, which of course is one of the highest in Europe and in the world as well. So do take a postcard from the souvenir shop just next to it and post your postcards back home. And Remo has something in his hand, and I'm going to let him talk about it.
Yes, correct, Sunila. This is the famous Jungfrau passport. So if you buy your ticket here at the ticket counter, obviously through Veena World, then you can get also the free Jungfrau passport, a nice booklet. And if I open this booklet, I can see some information about the history. And the most important, you can even have a certificate which you stamp on top of Europe. So this is a nice souvenir you will get free of charge when traveling to Jungfraujoch, top of Europe.
Wow. So you can come back with your Jungfraujoch passport and have it stamped, and that's a great memory to hold on to and know that, yes, that is something that we have. One of my favorite things on top of Jungfraujoch also is to always go to the cafes there, have a coffee and, refresh, walk through the ice palace, and be careful not to slip. So make sure that you have some really good shoes when you go up. Anyways, when you go up on a mountain, do make sure, if possible, to carry waterproof shoes. If not, at least have like really good shoes, because that is going to be very, very important on the top of the mountain. Like I've always said, carry your sunglasses too, because the snow reflects the sunlight, and you'll be blinded if you don't have your sunglasses. You won't be, even able to open your eyes and enjoy the view. That's what you're going there for. And of course, the Sphinx Terrace, going up there and taking the iconic photograph with the, with the logo of the Jungfrau there is something that you simply can't miss. And that's something you can keep doing again and again, but at least once, definitely it's something that we should not miss. Remo, that reminds me, we do have a Bollywood restaurant on top of Jungfrau as well, along with other options. So what can one expect in terms of food on the top?
Yes, exactly. Food is very important, of course. Food is one of the main things in life. So also on Jungfrau, we take good care of your food needs. So we have several restaurants. We have group restaurants. We have a nice a la carte restaurant. And obviously for the Indian market, we do have a Bollywood restaurant where we have Indian cuisine. Since many, many years, we have experienced chefs there. So you can be sure that you will get a nice lunch on top of Europe. And yes, Sunila, you mentioned the Sphinx platform, of course. This is also one of the highlights on the Jungfraujoch top of Europe.
That's perfect. And I really want to say that, every time I've gone to the Bollywood restaurant on the top, I've waited like a little child for the little chocolate that you get at the end. And I've also seen that a lot of other nationalities enjoy that food too. It's not just Indians in the Bollywood restaurant. You often see people of different nationalities who come there and are happily having their curry and rice. I think, Remo, you must be going there as well.
Yes, thank you for the hint. I missed the Bollywood food so much because it was closed during the pandemic. So now I can go back to my favorite restaurant on Jungfraujoch, which is the Bollywood, which is the Indian food. And especially I love the lassi, which I can get there as well. So yes, I'm a big fan of the Indian cuisine, and yes, I wait to go back there. Of course, the Swiss chocolate you mentioned, Sunila, is very, very popular, and we do have a Lindt Swiss chocolate heaven on top of Europe, so you can taste the good Lindt chocolate there. And also in the terminal there is a shop, and on the way back, actually on the train when traveling back from Jungfrau, you will get always a free Lindt chocolate. We introduced that again, so chocolate you will get for sure.
I know, I like I said, Remo, every time I'm in Switzerland, I feel like a child because everywhere you go, there is chocolate, and especially at Jungfrau, and I don't want to miss my free chocolate. Why should I? So, but yeah, just I think for now, I really want to enjoy this view. This is stunning. It's such a beautiful day, and the view is just amazing.
Indeed, it's a great view.
So do you see the train actually below you when you go up, Remo? Is that possible? So
yes, I can see, you can see now the train line here just below me, but the train right now is not riding, so we just missed it probably. But you can
I
see
think
the
that's
line.
a fun thing, right? For people to be able to take the cable car and actually fly above the railway tracks and the train station, so to say. And just this just gives you so many more options to visit. Yes, if you want, you can still take the train the way it was going earlier, but with the cable car, life is just easier. And Remo, can you take the ski boards? Like if someone's interested in skiing and they want to take their own skis to the top of Jungfrau, can you like carry them with you inside the cable car?
Yes, of course. I mean, the cable car during winter time is our way to go to the ski area. So yes, we especially have holes here in the ground to put your skis during the winter time. And yes, of course, the gondola is constructed also to carry many skiers, so no problem at all.
Remo, really, thanks for doing this. This is amazing. I want to know which is your favorite time up there on Jungfrau. I mean, you know, you are the director of sales. Of course, you're there. But every time I've met you, I've seen your passion for the place, for Jungfrau. And, you know, you just mentioned skiing. So what I feel is, yes, if you like skiing, if you like snow sports, or just to enjoy pure snow, winter's a great time to be there. In summer, like you've been showing us, we can see the greenery all around with the snow. So it's like hues of green, blue skies, white snow. So it's a beautiful mix. Spring is amazing and so is autumn. And that often confuses me. What's the best time to be on top of Jungfrau? So one, what is the best time and what is your favorite time to get there?
Yes, Sunila, that's a very difficult question, actually. First of all, we are open 365 days a year. You can visit us every day of the year. That's already a good fact. So you don't worry about opening times. My favorite time of the year is actually May, like right now, because down in the valley it's green.
Because you meet all Indians out there in May, that's why.
Exactly. No, because it's also my birthday month.
Oh, wow, birthday on top of Europe. That's a new bucket list item right there.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, down in the valley it's so green, and up here you can still see the snow. Behind me it's still white. So this combination of green and white is very special. And the other thing is, if it's a nice day in July or August, and down in the valley it's warm and hot, and you go up to the snow and to the ice, it's also very special. So I would say May and July, August.
Okay, but you know, believe me, I've been there in December and I have been there in March as well. And for me, I didn't expect it, but winter really became my most favorite time to be there. One, there were less crowds. So I really enjoyed that. There were mostly people who were very serious about skiing. So they just came and they started going on the slopes, but very few people actually doing the sightseeing. And that kind of made me think that maybe this would be a great time to go there if you don't want to be surrounded by, I don't know, 1,000 Indians or the other tourists, or even from different nationalities for that matter. And I really enjoyed my time there. The sun was shining, and even though the weather, I mean, the temperature was like, I think in -5 or 6 or 11, it still did not feel that cold because the sun was up there. So, you know, even in winter, I was applying suntan on the top of the mountain, and it was just amazing. And yes, I want to leave our viewers with this view because I think just enjoy this view while we go up and we take the cable car to go up on top of Jungfrau.
Yes, and Sunila, obviously winter time is a good time to travel, but then I'm skiing. So next time you join me for the ski area.
Yes, for sure, Remo. I think we've almost reached the end of Eiger Express's journey, and Remo is now getting off his cable car as he moved towards the train station that takes you right up all the way to Jungfraujoch.
Yes, Sunila, I'm now at Eiger Glacier Station on more than 2,300 meters above sea level. In only 50 minutes, I reached the top. Now easy to get off, no rush, no step. I don't have to mind the gap because there is no gap. We are at Eiger Glacier Station, reached by the new Eiger Express.
Everything seems so seamless. You just, you get off and then again you have a conveyor belt to take you across to the train station. It's just so easy.
Here we also arrived to the new hall here at Eiger Glacier Station. And as you can see, everything is brand new. This new interchange station. And now we go to see how to go to the top of Europe. And here we reach the new track number 3 at Eiger Glacier Station, where we then take off to the top of Europe every half an hour.
Wow.
So next stop would be Jungfraujoch, top of Europe. I hope to see you very soon on the top of Europe. And it would be my pleasure to welcome you there and to show you everything in detail.
Thank you, Remo. We really look forward to that. And maybe if you ask one day, we can reach the top of Europe and see everything there too. But I would suggest you get on that cable car first and make your way to Grindelwald Terminal. Take the cable car, reach Eiger Glacier on the Eiger Express, and then take the cogwheel train to reach Jungfraujoch, which will be a really memorable journey for everybody. Remo, we've enjoyed doing this with you, but I'm not going to let you go off this easily. I know that your region also has 2 more really beautiful attractions, the Hadakum and the Fierst, and I would love to speak about that with you as well, which we will do very soon. Hopefully tomorrow itself, and then our viewers can see it the following week. So thank you so much for being on board today, Remo, and I hope to see you soon. And viewers, keep listening to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. But for these 2 episodes, I'm sure you want to click that YouTube button and go and see the podcast as well, along with listening to us. And we will bring you some more fantastic attractions in Switzerland by the Jungfrau team. So bye-bye, everyone, and see you all soon. Take care.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. See you soon at Top
Bye.
of Europe.